to another Star Mini Gaming YouTube video. This is a topic of the week response to Vince Venturalla's topic about basically, paid support and YouTubers, whether that's via like a YouTube Red type of channel, a Patreon account. There's various, methods that can really be accomplished. And asked what we thought about that as YouTube viewers and as content producers. Do we do it? Do we consider doing it? All those kinds of things. And as a YouTube user, I don't support any channels via Patreon. Honestly, I used to do mini wargaming, but I stopped really being involved in 40K that much. They don't do that much Age of Sigmar. Battle reports became less and less interesting to me, at least the way that they do it. So I supported them for a year via their subscription, which I guess is a similar concept. And I don't currently support any YouTube producers of Warhammer battle reports and such via YouTube over Patreon. Not because I don't want to or I wouldn't, but honestly because I haven't given it much thought. There's not that many YouTube content producers that make Warhammer stuff that I watch consistently. Every now and again I'll hop in and watch a wide variety of them, but the ones that I consistently watch being Vince, Mitch, MC1 Gamer, Paul Conti, Creative Made Him to Stand Out, Hooves of Doom, and then Dieter when he has a video. But none of those guys that I'm aware of have Patreon accounts for their stuff, and so I don't. If they did, would I? It would honestly depend on the amount. With changes to some of the agreements between television companies and all, I have both Hulu and Netflix because honestly I just don't care to pay the high prices for satellite or dish TV. For something I don't really use that much, and so I've been doing Netflix and Hulu. Well, it looks like Hulu is not going to really be advantageous for me anymore. The shows that I enjoy watching, almost all of them are going to no longer be featured on Hulu because of deals that Netflix has done to be kind of exclusive with Disney and all these other streaming services. I also have Amazon Prime, but I never think to use that. It's not as user-friendly, I don't think, in terms of, here's everything that you get for free, as opposed to, here's movies you still need to rent, TV shows you still need to buy, whatever it might be. So that's kind of the third on my list, but, it basically not doing Hulu anymore would free up that amount, and I wouldn't be opposed to spending that same amount to support my fellow YouTubers, especially those that I watch content from quite frequely, and who I think do a good job. For myself, I haven't started a Patreon account. I've thought about it, but I have never really figured it'd be worth it. I don't have any data to support this, but just pulling a number out of the air, I would assume that probably 1 in 1,000, and that may be a bit overestimating in terms of how often it occurs, but that 1 out of every 1,000 subs might consistently donate. And I know that a lot of my subscribers are also subscribed to channels that are much larger, and I would personally say I feel like do a better job on their videos than I do. Not to say that I don't try to make my videos pretty professional and put effort into them and all, but I certainly wouldn't consider myself cream of the crop in this niche area. So I've never really figured that I'd get any support, so I figured why waste everyone's time kind of campaigning for it or asking people for it. I just wouldn't want people to take it the wrong way. Would I like it? Sure. What would I use it for? Probably continuing to purchase all the new novels and short stories and all that come out from the Black Library. At first, I read every single Age of Sigmar short story, novel, everything that came out. But as of late, I just haven't had the funds to do so, especially with the second child being born and really the time to do so. So it's a lot more expensive to get the audiobooks than the physical books, whether that's digital or paper copy. Um, and so I've fallen behind. And so if I did have a Patreon and it was supported, that's probably what I'd primarily use it for, so I'd be able to continue to do the narrative review series. I haven't done all the books that I've read in terms of the reviews yet, but that's honestly because the reviews are incredibly time consuming. I'd say the average review video takes probably a good 8 to 10 hours of work to get done. And I haven't had that level of free time not devoted to other things in the hobby, trying to get ready for the campaign and all that's currently going on. But I'm straying off topic here. But yeah, so I haven't really given it too much deep thought in terms of if I would look for a Patreon account, and I probably don't. I have no plans to. But I certainly hold no ill will for other YouTubers who attempt to do so, no matter how small their subscriber base may be. I honestly think it's a good idea. I mean, we all put in quite a few hours, especially if you have anyone that puts in regular content like Vince and Tom do with their Warhammer Weekly, like Paul does with myself with Tactica Tuesdays. It's a regular meetup. Try to schedule in guests, which is never easy, as Vince can certainly tell you. Mitch, with his unlocking series especially, any Andy and Rim having their shows, like all that stuff takes a lot of time that people are putting in for free. And while I don't think that it should be required of anyone to pay to watch that, people being able to or deciding to express their gratitude for that hard work, I'm never against. But that's my thoughts for Patreon and other, I guess, support via YouTube or some other way. But until next time, this is James, and happy gaming.